Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Tuesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of July 15th, we're continuing with A Gentleman in Moscow, which is a limited series on Paramount+. This was episode 2 called An Invitation. I found there were several,
yes.
some threatening, some not.
That's right.
In this case.
Yeah.
We get, more certainly of Anna Urbanova, the actress who...
Had we seen her at all in the first episode?
Was she not in the first episode with the dogs?
I don't think she was, but perhaps.
Okay. No, you're probably right. I probably just mixed up when we saw her. But yeah, she makes quite an entrance with her unruly animals.
By the way, small note, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who plays that role, is married to Ewan McGregor. So...
Oh... Did not
2 years,
that connection.
1 child. Thank you, IMDb.
Okay, cool.
I actually saw that in an article, and I don't remember what was the source of the article. It was saying, celebrity couple together in TV show. And I'm like, okay. I did not know that.
Maybe you saw that at the dentist's office on the on the Gossip TV channel.
That's right. Could be. Anyway, she was very enjoyable in that part.
Yes, she made quite an impression. Yes. Oh, they made an impression on each other, I would say.
That's right, they did.
The Count and Anna.
Yes.
So.
Although, also made an impression on Nina that was not good. Do not ditch your little friend for sex, man. Come on. Completely understandable. I know you've been cooped up there for a long time with no companionship, but still, you have a prior commitment.
Mm-hmm. And a gentleman would honor his prior commitment.
He absolutely would.
Yes. Mm. But he did apologize, and she seemed to accept his apology. And by the end of the episode, we had to say goodbye to Nina.
I am very sad. I had assumed that Nina would be a motif throughout this thing and would be his little buddy all through. I am very sad to say goodbye to her in 2 episodes.
Well, just remember that
I will not ask you if she comes back.
This 8 episodes covers something like 40 years or like a long period of time. So he will have other friends.
All right.
But yes, when she left, it was very sad.
Yes. So do we think that this miniseries is going to encompass the entire book? Would you say at the pace it's going, it looks like it's going to be the entire book?
I think so, yes.
Because when I was going into On Demand to watch this, it is referring to it as Season 1.
Oh, interesting.
And I find that confusing, because when is Amor, write another book, quick, we need a Season 2.
Yeah. Unless that's just a quirk of... how it's presented.
I'm sure it's just a quirk of the way things are, because it's being presented as a limited series, which I would assume would mean you get these episodes and you get no more. And probably you're right. The computer just puts Season 1 in front of things. But on the other hand, I suppose they're keeping their options open if it's a hit.
Well, I mean, they could do the whole Big Little Lies thing, or or Game of Thrones, where they just keep making up stuff after the book ends. But given that the author is the executive producer.
Right.
And it's such a complete story.
Yes.
The
this
book.
is what worries me.
Yeah.
Is when things take off and then it's a complete story, but there could be more, right? There could be more. We could just change the ending and there could be more.
Yeah. Ugh, I hope not. I mean, given how hard it is to find this and watch it,
that's true.
Maybe it won't take off in such a way that they feel like they have to do more.
Yes, as we will discuss tomorrow, as complications of Lost.
Yes.
In terms of a story becoming uncomfortably open-ended due to money. But yeah, I wonder. Anyway, I mean, this episode was really pretty action-packed for a guy who's who's stuck in a hotel.
Right.
I mean, he got into a fist fight. He encountered his jailer. He got it on with a famous actress. He went up to the roof.
Yeah.
First, he expanded his living quarters.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for that. I was surprised that it didn't happen in the first one. Yeah, that whole really fun, the dream that people have of like, you suddenly discover that your home has another room, and it happens. It happens to him. So
yes, although I would guess that his antagonist would not consider that to be part of his room.
No, but that's why he has to hide it behind the wardrobe.
Yes, he seems to get around a lot for a guy who supposedly has a lot of eyes on him.
Well, he's getting around, but only within the hotel.
But, like, through locked doors and, I mean, nobody's keeping an eye on Nina because they would notice that he's sitting with her in the restaurant, How is it possible that no one is keeping eyes on Nina? This is a fortunate convention, I guess, but would not somebody be reporting to her papa that she was consorting with criminals? It's this sort of thing that we just gently put aside.
Well, but also, this is 1922. Children are seen and
You're
not
saying
heard,
little girls
right?
weren't high on anybody's list of concerns at this time.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
And just children in general.
Right.
I mean, they were just like, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yes. Probably paying slightly more attention to
play.
the dogs. So.
Yes.
But, I mean, I would think that...
And you can see the Count demonstrating his parental skills with the dogs. And then with his apology to Nina.
Yes, that was adorable. And that relationship was just so sweet. And I feel like there's not going to be a lot of sweetness in this. Mm-hmm. Maybe there will be more. But I'm sad to see her go, if indeed going she is. Speaking on a parenting point, this whole confinement to the hotel business reminds me of what a bad idea it is to try to confine your child. Mm-hmm. It's you're grounded, but that means that you have to watch them all the time.
Right.
And make yourself available all the time. Mm-hmm. And if you don't watch them all the time, they ain't going to stay grounded. Right. They're going to go have fun. They're going to talk to their friends. They're going to do, and so you have to be the guy who keeps going in there and saying, you're not supposed to be having fun. Why are you having fun?
Stop that.
Please be miserable.
Yes.
So this is why I don't advise making kids stay in their room or stay home all weekend or not use their phones or whatever, because you are going to have to sit on them all that time and it's not fun for you either.
Yes.
So
it also reminded me, this is what I thought you were going to say, that, that period when you have very young children and you are kind of confined to your hotel. You have to, you're beholden to nap schedules and, what if you don't want to have to change a diaper or whatever it is. I mean, I feel like I was pretty good about being out and around with my kids, especially when I just had one. I mean, you had two from the get-go.
I had two immediately. Yeah. Yes.
But they could walk. Well, they could walk. But anyway.
The older one could walk. The younger one could not. But we had a double stroller that was completely ridiculous for a person of my size to pull out of the trunk and open up and then wheel over and put one child in and wheel over and put the other child in and then push places.
Right.
I still think back to that time and just shake my head.
You feel like superhuman.
Because it was heavy without children in it.
Right.
And then...
And you're a very small person.
You have like a 4.5-year-old and an 18-month-old.
Right.
The 4.5-year-old one's so light. But it was nice. The one thing that I liked about strollers that I missed when they went away is that the confinement of them was helpful.
Right.
Especially when my son finally outgrew the umbrella stroller and I had to just let him run free. It was like, oh man. That was so nice. That was so nice to be able to buckle him in and know exactly where he was at all times.
Right.
Yes. But that is true. Children are their own sort of little Bolshevik revolutions.
Right. Jailers, as you call them.
So we got more little tantalizing bits more of the story about his sister. And apparently his frenemy.
Right.
Mishka. Saved his life so that he could be confined to a hotel.
Right.
Yay. Better than being shot, I suppose.
Yes.
You could have sex with actresses, amongst other things.
Yeah, we wouldn't
go to parties, drink champagne.
Yes, we had that whole New Year's Eve party with
the
staff, but Mishka was there, so
yes,
I'm not sure who invited him.
Well, didn't the lady with her little boy who came to his room? I guess a maid.
She's like the seamstress, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, the seamstress. Didn't she tell him they were having a party? I thought she sort of invited him.
I think she invited the Count, but she was...
Oh, who invited Mishka?
Who invited Mishka, yeah.
He just invites himself.
Could be. Absolutely.
I will do whatever I want. No, but he probably has friends amongst the hoi polloi.
Yes.
So, that looked like a good time.
It did look like a very good time. That's a nice form of house arrest,
Yes.
You still get to go to parties.
Yes, this is an entirely too nice form of house arrest, I think certain parties are going to begin to think.
Right.
But you can't always anticipate what punishments are going to work the best.
That's right. That's a parenting lesson.
It's oftentimes possible for children to turn a punishment to their own advantage.
That's right. Especially when they have an accomplice in Nina with a pass key.
Yes, that's right.
But that outdoor,
keep a sibling on
discovering that he can go outside after having been inside for, I think, over a year, to actually be able to go outside, even if you're just on the roof.
Yeah.
Even though it's winter and there's snow and he's not even wearing a coat,
right.
But you can just see how glorious it is to actually be there.
They don't have snipers on the roof, apparently.
No. I know. I feel like, get down.
It's like,
just be careful.
Don't let anybody look up and say, hey, who's that on the roof?
Is he supposed to be there? I don't think so.
Well, they did say he can't go outside. Is that outside the hotel? His feet are still on the hotel.
That's one of those
as long as he doesn't jump up in the air.
Technicalities.
Yeah. But
right.
Of course, I don't think this is a regime that particularly cares about technicalities.
No.
Clearly, he's not supposed to be doing that, but you can understand why he would want to.
Right. Well, he's not supposed to be a lot of the places within the hotel that he actually...
He's not supposed to be having a good time. Come on.
Mm-mm.
As is so often the case.
He is.
Those being put under limitations are oftentimes wily in getting around them.
That's
Children
right.
And also parents sometimes.
Are you excited for next week?
Yes.
The Last Rostov. Yes. So next Tuesday we will discuss that third episode. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm almost like, 8 is going to be too few. You know, I'm already like preemptively sad about it.
Yeah. It is a very enjoyable watch. Excellent acting. It's beautiful to look at, and the story is interesting. So, yeah, keep it coming.
Yeah, but we'll see you back here tomorrow for a discussion of Lost, a quite different property.
Yes. also, people confined to a space, unwanted space, but
this is true.
So far, no polar bears in the hotel on Gentleman in Moscow. Though you never know.
It would be a little more geographically
appropriate,
correct.
Yes. Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.